Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Friday the 25th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day outside. A little bit of rain here and there, but overall, beautiful day. I was able to get a few things accomplished. Did not have to wake up at like 5:15 this morning because I did not have a puppy coming, but the rest of the dogs have been getting up that early, so they had me up by about 5:45, so not much difference. So got the dogs up, took them all outside, let them run around a little bit, let them use the restroom, all the fun that comes with it, and then headed back inside, tried to keep them quiet as I could until my wife got up. We've got quite a few dogs here right now, minus the puppy. It's not quite so bad, but it actually ends up being worse because the puppy is full on energy all the time and keeps the other dogs constantly on their toes and constantly running and constantly wore out, where without him they'll start harassing each other a little bit too much. So went ahead, got a few things done, ended up having to go out and do a dog walk for a pit bull mix. I don't know what else it's mixed with, but out on Beachside. I was supposed to be out there like 8 in the morning, and then like 4, and then 8 at night, and decided, ended up going a little bit later than 8 because he didn't leave as early because his mom thought he was leaving. It's a whole thing, don't matter. So got out there a little bit, I don't know, later than it could have been, but perfect timing. Got there, he'd been there in the morning before he left to head to Tampa. So gave her walk, got her, he'd already fed her, so I didn't have to feed her this morning, but got that all done, hung out there for a little while. It's like a 22-minute drive, 25-minute drive out there depending on the traffic, and that kind of bites. But got there, hung out with her, walked around a little bit, ended up meeting a little long-haired Chihuahua thing, or I don't know if it was a Pappy, I don't know what the hell it was, but off leash, and I basically went to try and catch it, so it kind of came at us and it ran to a garage. So I hope it lives there, I have no idea. But this dog, the reason I'm out here walking it at my house is he's concerned about, she's went aggressive towards other dogs before, so it's that whole concept of I don't want to try and catch a little tiny dog and have the dog eat it in the process, kind of thing too. So it was just easier to kind of let the dog, just hopefully it lives in that garage, but we'll see what happens and go from there. But got back, headed back home to play with the rest of the dogs again some more, hung out with them for a little bit outside, playing a little bit of games and stuff with them and trying to keep them entertained. The one dog keeps like trying to eat a bunch of my plants and keeps trying to chew up my water dish and stuff. Just she's way worse without the puppy here. Holy crap. And luckily she has, I guess, the owner's sister's dog, and her get along. They wrestle and play a lot, which originally wasn't supposed to be. The grandmother was going to keep that dog, and I am so glad I ended up with both, because one, I got more money, but two, those two help wear each other down a little more and they get along real well. So it makes my life a lot easier, because man, that one little one by herself, goddamn, that would have been a rough one. She was just so annoying and just getting into everything, and she's like 2. She's not even that young, and she's just, wow, I couldn't imagine owning her all the time, full time, but it is what it is. So got ahead, ran back out to the Beachside midday, got that taken care of, got back here to the house, ended up having a meet and greet that I did, and then basically has people dropping off their dog, which the dog got dropped off, and it's a big fat Labrador. Once I got back from the Beachside, I actually texted them like, hey, heading back, we'll be back there by this time. They were supposed to drop the dog off like 5:30, 6:30, and instead like, hey, can we drop it off like 20 minutes to 5, the latest? I'm like, well, no, not really, because I'm supposed to be out here at Beachside till 5. So I went early out there, walked the dog, so it worked out fine, but it was just annoying. Got caught in the rain on the motorcycle heading out to walk the dog, so I'm just soaking wet. Get there, it's sunny when I get to the beach. It was sunny at my house, rained in between the two, so absolutely craziness. It's like 3.5 miles apart. By the time you go through the traffic and stuff, it's like a 22-minute drive how to get there. So went ahead and got back. They dropped the fat Labrador, or the German Shepherd, sorry, the black German Shepherd off. She's thick, holy crap, man. She probably outweighs Max, which is another German Shepherd, which is taller than her, probably outweighs Max by 40 pounds. She's this massive, thick thing that, I don't know, I've never seen a German Shepherd that thick before. Almost like a fat golden retriever more than it is the German Shepherd, but they got along. A little bit of things here and there and stuff, they got along pretty good. Ended up having to head back out. Actually, I texted my wife, I said, hey, what time are you coming home? Wanted to make some food and stuff, got the oven going and whatnot. I could get run in, but I got a new dog here, and I don't want to have I don't want you coming home to a new dog that you haven't met yet and stuff, just because of added energy. And then she gets freaked out by it because sometimes she doesn't do as well with dogs as I do. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And she's like, I'll be heading home within like 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, that should be fine. Went ahead and started the oven. So I'll get the food in there. She'll be home within 20 minutes. I'll introduce the dogs. I'll go for a run, get back, get a shower. The shrimp scampi we're having for dinner will have to be stirred and turned and put back in. I'll be in my shower. I'll get out and we'll eat. I'll be all good to go. So 30 minutes goes by. She's only home. I'm like, we're not home yet? And she says, oh, I had to wait for this and that, and things came up. And she got overwhelmed at work, last minute stuff. Kids, a lot of people were gone. It's a whole pain in the butt. So I was like, okay, not a big deal. I can't do this next stage. And had I known that, I would have went for my run, would have been back by now, and then would have been out of the shower before she got home. So kind of delayed a little bit there, but it is what it is. So we got home, got the scampi stirred and stuff, got it cooked, got out of the shower, got it eaten, and basically watched a little bit of TV. Then I had to head back out to Beachside to walk the dog for the last time. And then I got back, she kind of had a little bit of a meltdown on me and all the fun that comes with it. But I don't know, it is what it is. So she basically said she feels overwhelmed by the dogs, and if those dogs hadn't got along and if something went bad, and she don't have the authoritative, demeanor that I have over the dogs. And she was nervous and concerned. I guess my aunt shared a story about some dog watcher who babysits a bunch of dogs who got mauled by a bunch of dogs and killed. So then here she is in a house with, 3 dogs that are over 100 pounds each, plus 2 little dogs, and actually 3 little dogs, I guess. So here she has this little panic attack thing. So she comes home and she's like all freaking out. And I'm like, God damn, if I know what the hell. But yeah, so we had a good long talk about that. And I guess she's been feeling overwhelmed by so many dogs we're watching and all that fun stuff there. And I'm like, you're the one that kept telling me to keep watching dogs because you wanted to make the money, and what the hell. So I don't know. So we had that conversation, which I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that exactly. So I don't know if I'm supposed to start. I said, do I stop watching dogs? She goes, no, keep watching dogs. I'm like, well, what is it? You got to be able to tell me. But this obviously isn't the first time this thought crossed your mind. And then we had a couple dogs that weren't very nice. She felt she had to be back in the room with them because they weren't socialized with their dogs, and which the people straight up lied to me about what it was. And I'm like, no, you didn't. You did not have to do that at all. You could easily said, no, they're going to stay in the room because they're shitty dogs, the shitty owners. So they get separated out. You come hang outside with me. You chose not to be outside with me. That's your choice, not mine, not the dog's fault. So we kind of had that conversation back and forth, and that was kind of an interesting conversation we had. But hopefully, I don't know exactly where we're going. Supposed to let me know kind of what she wants the next step to be with the dog thing and go from there. But who knows what it's going to be. But she hasn't got back to me, so hey, I'll touch base again. I don't know, maybe Sunday. Give her the weekend, see how she feels and stuff. But then we have a couple times, like we have one of the dogs we go out and we watch out by the golf course, and she stays out there, so she feels like we're not together. And I'm like, yeah, we've been together for this whole pandemic. We haven't not left each other's side at all. But if that's the case, then you gotta let me know more of this. So, because I just booked 2 more stays with him coming up, which one of them's like a week, I think, or something. So, yeah, I don't know. I gotta figure out what's going on there. But so I think what I might do, I haven't decided completely yet, but I think I might raise my prices on the dog setting site, because I'm still at the lowest that they allow me to have them, and I might just bump it up because I got tons and tons of feedback, and just I'll get rid of some of the crappier dogs hopefully, and basically any of the dogs that I like, that I know, like Riley and Van and some of the better dogs, I'm going to lock in their prices on, hey, this is where you guys are at. Anybody new, especially new dogs, I'll probably bump the price up. If you're a good dog, then I might lower you back down. If your dog's crappy or you're a pain in the butt for drop-off times and pickup times and all that kind of stuff, then I'll leave your price high. It's worth more money, which means I should automatically price myself out of being overbooked. Because right now there's been a couple times I've been at my verge of having too many dogs. And my theory is, one, I didn't work at all hard last year with the dogs. So I was trying to make up that money. I made more money last month on dogs than I did all last year. So I was like, hey, I gotta make up for that year's worth of time off. But I see what she's saying. So if I continue getting this busy, I need to bump my price up. So I basically price myself out. Same reason Disney and Universal and all those people raise their prices every year or every couple of years. It's because if they made tickets $39, there'd be 50,000 people at the gate every morning, and you couldn't ever ride a ride. You couldn't get in. You couldn't get ice cream. You couldn't get nothing. So they make the price $140 a day or what the hell it is, and it keeps out the people who can't afford to be there. And just basically, Disney says, we don't need that money. Well, they literally, most people, especially vacationers that come in. Now, season ticket holders aren't quite the same thing. So a lot of times we don't buy as much stuff in there every day, like, ice creams and stuff and then souvenirs. But they make enough money off ice cream and souvenirs and waters and stuff. They could let you in the park for free and still make a profit. Not a big deal. But if they did let them in for free, there'd be so many people in the park, they couldn't get them in. So they just mark the price up enough to keep people from coming in. So same thing happens no matter what it is. If you're, if you're able to, I don't know, say you're breeding puppies, or say you're making, custom boxes, or you're building ashtrays, or you're making custom pins. When you have no customers, mark them whatever you want to mark them, don't matter. But when you have somebody, you say, hey, it's going to take me 6 months. I make, say, one widget or whatever a day, and it's going to take me 6 months to get yours. I got 6 months behind, and I'm literally working every single day making widgets, and I don't have time for myself. Raise the price of your widgets. Eventually, guess what? You're going to have a few more people. And when the time comes, when you go out in the shop, you're like, oh, I don't have any orders. There's no widgets at all. I don't have any widgets to make. Lower your price down at that point. Back it off, 10% or whatever it is. Put a sale out there. Hey, if you guys order the widgets by now, such and such and such, which I think is what I'm going to do with my dogs. And it kind of sucks because I'm all about, I don't do it really for the money. I don't really care. But I do it because I want the dogs to have a good place to be. And I'm realizing when I'm the cheapest person on the site, and I'm probably the best person on the site for reviews and stuff. I got the most reviews and all that kind of crap. And I have I set up secondary gates, and I have all kinds of stuff. I do this stuff right. I put the dogs in the backyard when the dogs come and stuff, so having the meet and greets are better and da-da-da. And I do this like a damn job. I'm worried as well. You should pay me more. I'm a professional. I do this. I'm great at this. This is what I do. I am excellent at this job. Pay me more because I'm worth more. So that's how I think I'm going to solve it, is basically go from there. And worst case scenario, if I overprice myself and I got nobody else in here bringing dogs, then either one, it's no longer my calling to be a dog watcher, or two, I'll lower my price back down. But as of right now, like I said, didn't realize, but I guess I'm adding stress in my wife's life that I never want to do. That's the one thing I don't want to do, is add stress into her life. And I guess apparently watching dogs is adding stress onto her life. And that, oh my God, it's pissed me off. It was so maddening, because I never want to be the guy who adds stress. I'm the guy who takes stress away. I'm the guy that calms her. I'm the guy that basically is her zen, not the guy who causes her stress. So I have to change that. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. Basically, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.